What culture? So last time we were on a show with the likes of Cody Rhodes, Matt Riddle and other world-class talent, do you know what happened? Two unknowns from the South Coast. We stepped up and we put on the match of the night.
And since then, whether it's online, in person, wherever, we've had people trying to get us back on WCPW. And you know that's exactly what we've been after this entire time as well. So now we've got that chance, and we're going to make the most of it. So we're going to go into this triple threat match, and we're going to win that #1 contendership. There isn't a doubt in our mind that's where we're going to go. And if we can take the WCPW Tag Champs to the limit in our one and only appearance on What Culture, just imagine what we can do with a full-time spot on the roster. So now, for the South Coast Connection, it's up to us to either evolve
or die.
Time to decide the #1 contenders for the tag team titles.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most contest is a three-way tag team match, and it is set for one fall. Coming to the ring at this time, this is the team of Lucky Kid, Taki Lansman, the Löwen.
Well, the Jungen Löwen having their WCPW debut here, at least they are as a team. We've seen Lucky Kid, one half of this team. He was in the Pro Wrestling World Cup, one of the German qualifiers, made it to the last 16, and Lucky Kid, a very unconventional competitor.
Well, what was all that about? Lucky Kid just staring us out of the commentary booth. I didn't feel so lucky there, Bradshaw.
Well, you're right. Lucky Kid, very impressive in the Pro Wrestling World Cup, and now with Tarkan Aslan, the Jungen Löwen, this young tag team looking to make a big impression in WCPW. The Jungen Löwen, by the way, is German for the Young Lions. And as they return for a team we last saw here in WCPW at Chain Reaction in London back in March, they were so impressive, they're now being given a chance for a tag team title shot.
This is the team of Ashley Dawn, Kelly Six, and South Coast Connection.
South Coast Connection, Ashley Dunn and Kelly Six, two young men from the southeast.
Both huge futures ahead of them. Very, very heavily influenced by one aerial assassin, Will Ospreay.
Yeah, they're good friends with Will Ospreay, trained with him much of their wrestling education.
Look at Lucky Kid, just an unhinged individual, shall we say.
Final piece of this three-way puzzle on their way to the ring. They are the inaugural WCPW Tag Team Champions, looking to regain the gold if they can get a title shot here tonight.
Oh, listen to that reaction.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the third and final team. This is the team of the Vigilante joining us, and the heart and soul of British wrestling, Liam Slater.
Great to see Moss and Slater back together. They've been plagued by injury one way or another ever since they lost the tag team titles back in February. First, Moss was injured as a result of the ladder match in which those titles were lost. And then Liam Slater injured for a while, then a recurring injury to Moss's right elbow. This is the first time these two have teamed for some time. Hoping to get back to winning ways here.
Don't forget, Dave Bradshaw, Liam Slater in Johnny Moss's absence recruited Moose as almost a surprise tag team partner here in WCPW, but the Cumbrian Man Mountain very much back in action.
And Slater was, as you say, teaming with Moose in a tag team championship match against the War Machine 2 weeks ago here on Loaded. Feels like an age ago with everything that's happened since then.
You're not kidding.
Still shocked here at the anger we saw from Adam Blompier, and the mind boggles as to what the punishment will be that he will choose for the prestige. I think you're worried about it.
I was in a good mood, ready to see these three excellent tag teams fight for the right to become the #1 contenders to the WCPW tag team titles, and you had to bring up that idiot. Yes, our general manager, Adam Blompier. Oh, God.
The Lucky Kid starting things out against Kelly 6.
Lucky Kid we've seen in singles action here in WCPW quite a bit. Now in tag action.
Kid going for a backdrop and a drop kick. Kelly 6 just first to the mark, a half second ahead of Kid, who had the same idea. Kid we've also seen, as well as of course him in the Pro Wrestling World Cup. He had a shot at Gabriel Kidd's internet title at Stacked a week and a half ago.
Ultimately unsuccessful. Now he launches an assault on the tag team titles.
Foot stomp from Tarkan Aslan. This is the first time we're seeing Aslan inside a WCPW ring.
It looks impressive so far.
Aslan plays something of a mentor role, I suppose, in the career of Lucky Kid, much as Johnny Moss does for Liam Slater. He was in his corner throughout the Pro Wrestling World Cup, was Aslan.
The Jungen Löwen looking very impressive in the early stages.
A great tag team synergy. Kid's the legal man. He'll go for a cover again. Just a 2 count once more.
Jumping John Myers there. Not counting fast enough for the liking of Lucky Kid.
Lucky Kid is a strangely enthusiastic man, young man from Berlin, Germany. Oof. A forearm smash, and 6 sends his own partner into Kid. Look at this from the South Coast connection. Dunn sees there's an opportunity. He'll go for the cover.
Just a 1 count there.
This is a triple threat match, so the first team to score a pin over either of their opponents will be the #1 contenders for the WCPW tag team titles. As a Hurricane Rana from Lucky Kid.
And the longer Liam Slater and Johnny Moss are forced to watch this match from the ring apron, they'll be despondent. They weren't involved in this.
Oh, Lucky Kid distracted a little bit by Johnny Moss.
Speaking of which, Johnny Moss, he's not going to waste any time. He's back from injury with a vengeance.
Look at this from Moss. A gut wrench from a seated position on Lucky Kid. Well, Lucky Kid, please meet Johnny Moss.
Scary strength, but look, up in the top rope.
Ashley Dunn. Moss with the overhead belly to belly.
Almost launched out of a cannon there. He may well be done if Johnny Moss has his way.
Moss has got Dunn isolated in his own corner. Quick tag to his partner, the junior partner of the team, Liam Slater. Face first into the canvas goes Dunn, and a kick to the side of the head. Slater will go for a quick cover. He'll try to catch Dunn by surprise, but no luck so far.
Always impressive. A young dynamo like Liam Slater learned everything he knows from Johnny Moss, his mentor.
Nice gutbuster from Slater. Still not quite enough. Dunn and 6 showing in the one match they've already had here in WCPW earlier this year just how tenacious they are. A real never say die attitude. You can see the influence of Will Ospreay in everything this young team does.
And how's Will Ospreay doing right about now?
You need to stop.
Oh, come on now. It's great. The prestige running things here in WCPW.
Tag to Kelly 6. 6 off the little turnbuckle to the foot stomp, and 6 trying to get this crowd here in Newcastle behind him. Oh, big kick to the chest of Slater.
Oh, look at this though. Lucky Kid tagging in, and 6 spilling out of the ring.
Yeah, 6 wasn't happy about it, but Kid lowered the top rope, sent 6 to the outside, and now charging at Slater.
Well, that's what can happen in this match. You can get tagged out, the other team pick up the pieces.
Slater crawls underneath the legs of Lucky Kid. Shoulder roll from Liam Slater. The hip toss! Quickly into the cover. And Kid out again at 1.
Johnny Moss applauding from the ring apron, always impressed with his young protege Liam Slater. Now the Cumbrian Man Mountain is involved.
See how Slater brought Lucky Kid back into his own corner. That's part of that ring savvy that he's learned from Moss.
Those chops. It's like a big redwood. Unbelievable, Johnny Moss. The strength of this man is unparalleled.
Well, we call him the Cumbrian Man Mountain. It's a very apt nickname because Johnny Moss absolutely put together. Liam Slater deposited by his partner on Lucky Kid. A 2 count. Slater, I wonder if he's getting a little bit frustrated, but he's refocusing his energies here, asking the crowd again for their support. And again, those quick tags once more between Slater and Moss. Hang on, Moss leaps over the top. Shoulder block.
Seriously impressive from Moss. Liam Slater and Moss showing the kind of teamwork which made them the first ever WCPW Tag Team Champions. They want that gold again.
Short arm clothesline from Moss. And Moss, a chop to Lucky Kid. Another tag, and Moss and Slater gradually in the past few minutes have started to dominate this 3-way #1 contenders match.
Again, Dave Bradshaw, though, Moss and Slater, the first ever tag champs here in WCPW, they have already tasted the gold. Moss coming back from injury, how sweet would it be to do so again?
Chop, another one, a forearm now from Slater.
Don't underestimate Lucky Kid, though.
Kid lands on his feet behind Slater, goes for the rear waist. Oh, there's a huge elbow into the ear from Slater. Into crisscrossing. We say, wow, there's a swinging DDT from Lucky Kid, and that may give Kid the opportunity he needs to tag his partner, Tarkan Aslan.
He's in. Aslan's in.
Slater opting not to make the tag.
It could be a mistake in the long run. I think Johnny Moss was crying out for the tag.
A forearm right into the face. And Slater takes an enziguri from Kelly 6. Now Lucky Kid with the handspring, the back elbow. Ashley Dunn, the pace picking up with the #1 contendership for the tag titles on the line. Johnny Moss showing his power here in the Northeast.
Johnny Moss just turned Dunn inside out. That is what Johnny Moss can do. Change the entire complexion of a match in one move, and he ain't done. Ironically.
Johnny Moss finds Dunn in the way. I think he was looking to launch himself.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, God. Moss sends Dunn to the outside. Look at the strength of Moss. But Tarkan Aslan is in. Aslan taking it to Moss. Now Lucky Kid with him.
2-on-1 here.
What are these two looking at here?
Wow.
Sliced bread from Lucky Kid. Here comes Kelly 6 back in.
Non-stop action here. #1 contenders match for the tag team titles.
Coming thick and fast. Kelly 6. And Aslan into Kid. Catches Kid. Dunn gonna help his tag team partner out. What's this? 6 with Kid on his shoulders.
Oh.
A kick, and he got caught the first time, another second time. South Coast connection to score the biggest win of their careers so far, but Lucky Kid wouldn't let him have it.
Lucky Kid living up to his name. Although it wasn't just luck. They got that shoulder off the mat. It was tenacity and desire. He wants to stay in this #1 contenders match.
The Jungen Löwen, already an accomplished tag team. They've been WXW tag team champions among several other accolades in continental Europe, but they could be in danger here as the South Coast connection taking control. Liam Slater in there now.
Oh,
as well.
you are kidding me.
No way. That's Johnny Moss. That's 4 men, and they're all taken out by the Man Mountain.
Johnny Moss, unstoppable, even almost sacrificing his tag team partner, young Liam Slater, to win this match. Oh!
Kelly 6 dumped on his head with that German suplex.
Wow, Johnny Moss, a house of fire, unloaded.
There's Ashley Dunn. He's been caught by Moss as well. And, Dunn right onto his partner. Dunn thrown over the head of Moss onto the legs of his tag team partner, Kelly 6.
Goodbye, South Coast connection. Johnny Moss taking care of them.
Slater sent to the outside by Aslan. I think Moss and Slater were maybe looking to finish it against Lucky Kid. There's a roll-up. Lucky Kid's got it. He had Moss's shoulders down. Lucky Kid is your winner alongside Tarkan Aslan. The Jungen Löwen, the #1 contenders for the tag team titles.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners, the Jungen Löwen.
So the Jungen Löwen advance where next week here on Loaded, they will face War Machine for the WCPW tag team titles. Just one match into their tag team career here in WCPW. They have perhaps the biggest opportunity of their careers so far.
And look at this, Liam Slater going over to ask Johnny Moss what happened. He thought Moss had this well in hand, back from injury here on Loaded, but no. Liam Slater was powerless to stop Moss from being rolled up for the 1-2-3. The Jungen Löwen are the number one contenders, as you say, Bradshaw. Slater's not happy about it.
Well, Moss, he's not even going to stick around for a handshake. He's very frustrated at himself. Maybe Moss wasn't quite finished or wasn't quite fully recovered from injury. Nonetheless, the Jungen Löwen, the number one contenders for the tag team championships.